Okay, boys. Tough loss against Miami in Game 7. We were just too young. They were more experienced, but we showed them something. Next year, we'll be back strong, so I've already prepared a checklist for us to accomplish for next season in order to prepare and make sure that we do win the championship for next year. So, you boys ready? Yeah, we're ready, Coach. Bring it on. Let's do it. First thing, of course, get the 1 seed in the East. Simple, we were the 3rd seed, so it should be fair that we get home court. Next, since we have 4 games against Miami, we're going to have to at least even up the season series to let them know we mean business and we have their number. 7-game series, we let them know we mean business. We're going to do the exact same thing next season. Take care of home court. Of course, Coach. How are we going to lose in front of our fans? Can't let that happen. We'll protect home court. And last but certainly not least, when we do reach the playoffs and face that 8 seed, whoever it may be, we lose. Lose in the first round against the 8 seed. Nice. Wait, what, Coach? We lose. And that seems to be the game plan for the entire season for the Indiana Pacers. If that was indeed the game plan, it's indeed working. They got the 1 seed in the East, as they so bragged about and talked about. Check. They definitely established Miami with their defense and let them know they can't beat them at their home court. Check. And pretty much dominated 2/3 of the season with their defense and let them know that they are a contender for the NBA championship. Check. And last but certainly not least, losing the 8th round, no matter who it is, whether it be the Knicks or the Atlanta Hawks. About to be checked. It's simple why they're struggling, but why on earth would a young team like the Indiana Pacers just struggle so much in the past 3 months? I get it. Every team goes through a struggle. Miami didn't exactly end the season right, but they still took care of home court and beat the Bobcats, and they're now up 2-0. Pacers, on the other hand, they've been through a funk, and they just have not been able to wash that off. Specifically, Roy Hibbert. Let's take a look at Roy Hibbert's numbers as of late. Last game against Atlanta, 4 points, 2 for 9 shooting. That's not good. That's not going to get it done. 2 rebounds. Nope. The game before that, even though they won that game, 1 of 7 from the field, 6 points, only 4 rebounds. That's still not going to get it done. The game before that was a little bit better. 4 of 9 shooting, 8 points. You know, you're not supposed to get a lot of touches down there, but you only got 8 rebounds. For a center, that's still not good enough. And then during the regular season, how about the game against Orlando? 1 of 7 from the field, 4 points, 7 rebounds. The game before that, 0 for 9 from the field, no points, only 6 rebounds. The game before that, 2 of 7 from the field, 1 rebound, 5 points. You get what I'm saying. Roy Hibbert just hasn't been the same since the game against Miami. That was really the last time he had a really good game. If I remember correctly, let's see, the stats are right here. The last game against Miami, where they won, actually, it wasn't the game at Indiana, where they won 84-83. Roy Hibbert was 7 of 15 from the field, had 21 points, only had 4 rebounds, but you know what? It's still a pretty good game. Explain to me how a guy that's 7'2", big, not as big as Shaq, but he's getting there, or at least he's almost there. How can a guy with his size, 7'2", nearly 300 pounds, average only, 8 rebounds a game? And a little over 10 points a game? That's not acceptable. I honestly thought Roy Hibbert was going to be a 14-10 kind of guy. I thought he was going to get 14 points and 10 rebounds. How is this guy an all-star is beyond me. DeAndre Jordan averaged over 10 points just on hustle plays and averaged nearly 14 rebounds a game and almost 3 blocks a game. How is he not an all-star? But I'm not going to put the whole blame on Roy Hibbert because Roy Hibbert's not their main star in terms of offense. I'm not even going to blame Paul George because Paul George is having a really good series against Atlanta. It's the entire Pacers team. I don't know why, but they just don't look motivated anymore. The Pacers haven't established themselves on defense in terms of toughness, just ground and pound kind of defense to make the offense, their opposing offense, just struggle. I mean, that's what pretty much struggled with Miami. One of the few rare ways to beat Miami is to beat them up in the post, beat them up in the paint, and establish yourself on defense with your size and length. That's what the Pacers are known for. They're not an offensive kind of team. They don't have a high-powered offense. You take away the defense, you pretty much have nothing. And that's pretty much what we've seen with the Pacers. Do I put the blame on Frank Vogel? Yes, to some extent, and here's why. Frank Vogel has done a great job coaching this team in the regular season when they went through that stretch of 46-13. But I question his coaching tactics towards getting into funks. Some of the great coaches, Phil Jackson, Greg Popovich, when they go through funks or they go through struggles, they stay calm, they stay, calm, motivated. Of course, they don't let anything break them down. Phil Jackson was calm, cool, collected. Greg Popovich was, feisty, telling them they want some nasty. Frank Vogel, I just don't see that. He just tells them to play. I question his coaching tactics. I don't know if he's young or inexperienced at this, or maybe he just hasn't found the right formula yet. But he hasn't really done much. He just kept telling them to keep playing. Frank Vogel hasn't done any lineup changes, and that's really been a problem with Indiana. Since Roy Hibbert's been struggling and not being that productive, even trying to protect the rim, it just hasn't worked out. So I think it's best if you play small ball throughout the entire game and see where that goes. Another thing they've been struggling with, and they've talked about it all season, is their guard play. George Hill is talented, but he's not a starting point guard. He's more of a backup, and they turn the ball over way too much. Even during stretches where they look really good, they turn the ball over a lot, and that's how Miami was able to beat them. Experience and the fact that they go out on the fast break because of their turnovers, and that fuels Miami's offense and lets them keep going and get that crowd involved as well when they're at Miami. Coaching style, they just don't believe in their coaching anymore, at least it doesn't look like it. They're not playing with the same intensity on defense. They're not playing with that fire in their belly and let the opposing team know that you're not going to score on us no matter what you do. Their guard play has just been their Achilles heel all season. They turn the ball over way too much. They don't have any great point guard to help organize their offense and get them easy shots, not just in the paint, but out there in the perimeter. And of course, last but certainly not least, they just don't look motivated. They don't look motivated at all to even compete. So Game 3, they just look bleh, and even Game 2 to some extent, they just don't look like they want to play. Will that change? Yes. If they can establish themselves mentally and say, we're going to win and we're not going to let them score on us, yes. Does Roy Hibbert need to get 20 points per game? No, of course not. But they need to do a lot better job of covering perimeter shooters and really not getting their defense breaking down by Jeff Teague, because that's pretty much what they've been struggling with. Paul George may have to be on Jeff Teague throughout the entire game. They slowed down Jeff Teague in Game 2, and that's how they were able to win. But in Game 3, Jeff Teague got 22 points and 10 assists. That's not right. You got to guard him. You got to slow him down, making sure that he doesn't drive, get dribble penetration, and break down your defense and kick it out to those 3-point shooters. So that's my rant, and I guess I'll see you guys later. Peace.